What's going on YouTube? This your boy Lucky coming at you with a brand new video today. So today, it's been a while since I uploaded to my channel. I'm a sailor, so I go on deployments and whatnot, and they don't have internet out there. So anyway, let's get to it. So today is going to be a new series. It's going to be called Build a Bruiser. So I have not been lucky enough to pull any of your Fing Yangs, your Reteshes, just Bruiser mons. I do have a couple, like very little. Like if you would, I would definitely consider them Bruisers, like Tyrannus and stuff like that. But he is good. Don't take anything from him, but he's not Fang. You know what I mean? He's not like just raw stats. Fucking kill me if you can. So I decided that I'm gonna go the free to play option and find a good unit to build as a bruiser, right? Or units to build as a bruiser. And with the new Second Awakening werewolves, a couple of them piqued my interest. One specifically, of course, Jotan 2A Jotan would be good. I don't really. I have a 2A Jotan. I don't plan on building him first though, and then I don't have an Escher. I have not been lucky enough to pull an Escher, which is kind of weird. Okay, so what I was getting at is talking about what was going on with my account and where I was and how I plan to make my account better and introducing a new series on my channel called Build a Bruiser. Sorry for the cut, but I lost train of thought for some reason. Anyway, so let's talk about units that I consider Build a Bruiser worthy, right? Like units that I think are going to help me out. So the primary unit that I see as a 2A that's a great bruiser is this one, Viger, right? So he's got a Guild War leader skill of attack, power 21%. It's not bad, it's not great, it's whatever though. Base speed 115, 12k HP, so high HP, and he does damage based on HP. Defense, base defense isn't bad, isn't great. I wish it was a little higher, but I guess there got to be some balancing to it, right? But I'm thinking, imagine if his base defense was close to 700, and with a 12k HP, I think you can make this guy fucking nasty. Anyway, but the base speed makes up for the lack of defense, I guess. And he has his second skill recovers HP by 20%. Increases attack speed for 2 turns. In addition, it decreases the chances of receiving a critical hit for 2 turns. So he has the anti-crit buff that Beta puts up and other units put up anti-crit also. His first skill does disturbs HP recovery and does damage according to max HP. And his third skill has a chance to decrease enemy defense for 3 turns, which each strike. And it does damage according to max HP. So I'm thinking you build him fast, tanky on I don't know, maybe I'm thinking like a swift bruiser, like either swift or violent. Of course, violent's good there, swift's good there, but with such a high base speed, you can steal first turn, and people won't even notice it. Like if you could get him on some really good stats on his HP, defense, and speed, and then run him with a speed lead, you can get that anti-crit buff up immediately and attack speed buff up immediately also. And he's not going to be an easy target due to how tanky he is. So he is the primary unit in my Builder Bruiser team that I'm thinking of. And then I was looking over him, and I think Ursha's the second one. To me, he brings the... he's I'm not going to say a fire Feng Yang, but kinda, right? So counter blow provokes all enemies with 70% chance. If you max him out with a bunch of 2A war bears, it's 100% provoke chance, right? And you counterattack for 3 turns, right? And then you got a AoE that deals damage according to max HP, decreases attack power for 2 turns, and may provoke enemies for 1 turn with a 50% chance. So you got a provoke on his third skill, AoE, provoke on his second skill, AoE, and you have counterattack on his third skill. And then his first skill inflicts damage proportion to max HP, 85% chance to reduce enemy attack bar, and by 25%. The inflicted damage is increased by 100% when counterattacking. So, and he's got really good base stats. You know, like he's got almost 12k HP, a little bit over 600 defense, a little bit over 100 speed. I think you could build him as a good bruiser unit for various comps, right? He can just be a really good control bruiser and allow everybody else around him to do work with his provoke, his tankiness. You pair him with like a healer. You could do Vigor, Ursha together, right? And then if your Vigor is fast enough and you can spam this. Like, I would probably put Vigor on Violent if I did that. I digress. Anyway, what I'm saying, you pair him with a healer and a damage dealer, and you can use him as a control unit. He doesn't have a leader skill, which kind of is like, meh, but it would have been cool to give him a leader skill too. So these are the units I am thinking of for the Builder Bruiser comp. I will have more units in mind later. I haven't really looked at 2A Fire Werewolf. I've seen this guy, right? So I thought about Shakan, right? That's his name, right? Yeah, Shakan. But his HP status, so his third skill, his passive, Disdain. If your HP status is higher than your enemy's, your attack will deal additional damage that is proportionate to your max HP and increase target cooldown by 1 turn. So people made videos about him. As long as his HP status is higher than the enemy's, he can put a unit on cooldown if he attacks it. By 1 turn, so he might be a good kind of pseudo counter versus Perna, but Perna's gonna target him, so you gotta build him like super tanky to maintain his HP status high, right? So high defense, high HP, maintain his HP status high. His speed is also 115, so he's definitely in consideration. I'm just not really gonna focus on him right now. So the 2 units I'll be focusing on once again, it would be Vigor and Ursha. And right now I have Vigor 2-8, and he's 5-star. I'll be 6-starring him probably either today or tomorrow, and we'll get that build going. So let's talk about 2A farming teams, right? So if you've been playing, not necessarily free to play, but if you've been playing this game long enough, hopefully you've pulled the water twins. So this was my 2A team for Vigor. Ran a crit rate lead instead of a speed lead just to max out the crit rate of both my Sabrina and my Talia. And then Fran, great unit. Everybody knows who Fran is. I got her on Vile Will, 143 speed, 28k HP, 900 or roughly 1,000 defense, just under 1,000 defense, and just over 1,000 attack with a little bit of accuracy and a little bit of resistance. She is on one of my better Vile Will sets. I think she's extremely useful. When it comes to my twins, I have them built for dungeons, so it's high attack power, low speed, high crit rate, as much crit damage as I can get out, as much attack power and crit damage I can get out of them. I can definitely do a better set of twins. It's just I don't want to give my best runes to my twins. So that's Talia, and then Sabrina is on Vile Broken, and she's got 55 accuracy to land her defense break in dragons and giants. Both of them are over 85 crit rate, and they both have roughly 2k attack, right? Or more than 2k attack. So there's one shield set in this team, and that's on my Talia. That's mostly for dungeons. She just so happens to work here. So that team works really well for me. I wouldn't say 100%. I'd say more like 98.9, 99.1 or some shit like that. Like, it doesn't have a lot of fails. It's very rare to fail, especially if you got the units tanky enough. I haven't actually... is it this one? Yeah. So I haven't actually started my Secondary Awaken for Ursha. I think I'm going to run the same team. I'm not going to lie to you. I think I'm going to run the same team. Hopefully it works. If not, then I'll do an update to the series saying like what I had to change. So, like I was saying before, I minimize. Ooh, somebody just got a Phoenix. Which one? Tell me. Perna. You know Perna's been ducking me forever. I cannot get a Perna. I'm not gonna do it. Anyway, moving on. So, my Giants run. Lucian Galleon twins. It's anywhere from 23 seconds to um, what's the word I'm looking for? 45 seconds. Time I'm looking for. I'm sorry. And then I believe that everyone should be farming um, their ancient runes, right? And my Lunia team is this. It's slow. It's methodical. It works really well though. I'll just run one real quick and just talk about stuff. So it is Ladril, Tyrannus, Ramahan, 2A Ramahan, and Mav. There is another YouTuber that goes by Sample Text. He is a lot bigger in Summoner's War than I am, of course, and he's been playing a lot longer. And he's the one that calls out this team. It has a lot of survivability on it, as you can see. Everybody on this team is built tanky, so it's hard to kill them in the first place. And then you have a reser. Well, you have two resers, one healer, and a guy that is constantly lowering your cooldowns. So the team's pretty successful. It's slow though, and the only reason I don't mind the team being slow is that you cannot spam. You can't spam this energy, like the Deho energy, like you can other things. So it doesn't really matter if it's slow, as long as it's effective. On the first stage, I target the Shannon because the attack buff and defense buff can be really toxic for everybody to have. So the idea is kill her as soon as possible and don't have to worry about her popping off those buffs. It's you could ignore her and still do this. It just will, to me, it will take even longer because you'd have to seize that defense buff and that attack buff from the boss. My Tyrannus is built pretty much just all support essentially. He's not built any type of damage. He's got just raw stats, speed, HP, defense, and some res. And I actually don't think he has that much accuracy. So his provoke doesn't really help, huh? He's a defense buffer, and Ramahan does damage based on defense. Second phase, target the Belinus, Fire Druid. He is the most toxic of the the stages, in all honesty, because you have an all-win team and he's fire and he likes to lock you down. So the idea is you target Belinus on the second stage and you kill him as soon as possible, and then you go straight to the boss after that. The Water Dryad, she brings a what am I looking for? An Oblivion, but that doesn't really do anything in my opinion. She could Oblivion the Tyrannies that she just did, and then Mav is just there to cleanse it. And as you can see, this team's super tanky. It's really hard to kill, and even if you do kill it, it's got a high chance of coming back to life. So on the third stage, once again, you don't want immunity buff, and you don't want Fran to give the attack buff to the boss, because as you can see, the boss is trying to one-shot things, and then you have Oberon on the other side that likes to one-shot things too. There goes my Veligil, and here comes not Veligil, my bad. There goes my Ladril, and my Ladril's back just like that. Like I said, it's really good to have two resers on the team in case one of the resers dies. As you can see, another one of my resers died. Ladril again, but with this team, shit, what's going on? Let's see. Can I get a fail? Nope. the team is pretty strong, man. Like just when I thought it was over, Tyrannies brings Ladril back, Ladril brings Ramahan back, and we're back in business. My Ladril's on Violent Nemesis, so he gets more turns the more time they attack him if they can't kill him. See, that's 5 minutes. So this is normally a 4-minute run. I don't know why it took 5 minutes, but whatever. It's a success. That's a rune we'll roll. I'll roll that real quick. And that actually is a good segue for going into the next thing. Mind you, it is a 5-star rune, but it's got +6 speed. So it could be a 24 speed dream. So that's what we're going to go for. We're going to look for 24 speed. See if we can get lucky. So we'll take it to +6. And see if it double rolls speed. We'll go up to 9 and hope for the best, right? Okay, so we still 22 speed dream. 22 speed in the 5 slot on a wheel rune. I'd keep it. Accuracy and defense. No, it's a sell. So, but as you can see, the quality of runes is, you can get better quality runes than that. I don't know if I got any like super standout runes I've gotten from that. I have not farmed that much. I've been doing a lot of 2As, trying to catch up with other people since I go on deployments and stuff when it comes to 2As, and I've been focusing on Vigor lately. But let's go ahead and do some rune crafts real quick. So right now I'm focusing on giants. So I'm trying to get better swift sets. So what we got? We got a little bit over 10. We got 12 crafts. Let's see. See if we get anything in 12 crafts. Nope, that's a sell. So if you guys want an informative video on what to sell, what to keep, Jew Bagel's got a couple of them out actually. And then what's his name? It's not Sample Text. Sample Text might come on. No flat. It's all wait. What? Yuck. I'm gonna roll it for speed. Just letting you know. If this was like HP percent, defense percent, even attack percent, even accuracy, to be honest with you, this could be a really good rune. But since it is a flat stat, the only purpose this rune really has is to constantly roll speed. If it doesn't roll speed, it's a sell. And yeah, damn, that could have been great, guys. That could have been great. So the game's all about numbers, right? So when you don't get a good rune, don't get frustrated. I tend to every once in a while. I try to take my emotions away from the game and make your time with the game a little bit better. Last craft, nothing. I don't see why not. So we take it to +6, see if it double rolls max speed. So what can we get, right? We can get 24 + 4. This could be a 28 speed rune. It rolls attack percent. Okay, now it can be a 22 speed rune. I'll give it a chance at 22 speed rune. After lower than 22 speed, I know that's a high base speed to go for, but since it's a flat stat in the 6 slot, if it's not, so it's done, right? Those weren't bad rolls though. Those are almost max rolls on both attack. I mean, what is it, HP and defense? Why do I have a blue rune in my storage? Sorry for the cutscene, but this is the violet rune that I'm working on for the rune event. As you can see, I have been collecting total points accumulated. I got some available points. I'm gonna wait until the end to get my rune. So we got about 9.5 days left. Right now, it is at a good spot. I wish it was more grindable stats. Like I would definitely take attack percent over flat defense, but max speed, max defense, max accuracy, can't really complain about that. And then I could grind the attack percent in as long as it rolls well. I'm going to keep trying though until the very end, until I have a completed rune, to see if I can get attack percent, defense percent, accuracy, and speed. That's what I'm looking for in this HP percent. Or you can get rid of accuracy altogether and give me flat HP over accuracy. Even though accuracy is not bad to have, it makes it so it's available for other units, like other different types of units. But it's not a grindable stat, so it takes away from some of the efficiency of the rune. And flat HP is still grindable and can be very useful. So yeah, so that's my current rune. And I'm going to, let me go ahead and collect my power-up stones. So yeah, depending on what I end with will determine what gem I pick, right? So like if I can change my violent rune, my HP percent violent rune into all grindable stats, I will. And that's what gem I'll pick, and then grindstone depending on how it rolls, right? But that is all for this video. Thank you for tuning in. This is your boy Lucky, and I'm out. Deuces.